I think it's time we have a conversation about elevators in Star Citizen, and I will tell you why in today's video. Hey guys, what's going on? It's the Eradicator, and so in today's video we are going to be talking about Star Citizen Alpha 3.17.2. It's still in the PTU, it is the Q patch as I'm making this video on July 21st, but we are especially going to be talking about a staple of the patch notes that we've been discussing in a couple of these videos that I've made lately on the channel. And that staple is something that we've seen quite a bit, and it's not just in the PTU, it's also an issue that we've experienced very regularly in the PU as well, and these are elevators. Elevators which always have been a problem, more or less regularly. Sometimes they work pretty well for a couple of months, and then they are broken again, and then they work again, and then they're broken again. I remember back in those days when we had the Chris Roberts doing presentations, he was so proud about the elevator at, I think it was at Levski, if I remember correctly. But we've come a long way since then. Elevators now are pretty much everywhere. They're even in ships. But the problem is that sometimes elevators are the only way to go from one place to another, and if they are broken, then we can't go anywhere, we can't do what we want, we can't complete the mission, and overall our gameplay experience is broken. And this is something that we can still see in the current PTU patch. Perhaps that can explain why it's been taking so long. There's plenty of different factors, not just elevators obviously, but fixing elevators should also be a priority for 3.70.2 to go live, and it's still happening right now. It's happening at New Babbage. On Horizon, the transit system can also be broken. It's happening also at the starports as well, and these elevators can become unresponsive, or they can even be missing a floor collision. So that means that when you go in the elevator, you just fall into the game world. This has happened to me so many times. It is very annoying because especially when this happens at your hub, for example, where you're trapped, you are the hub, the only way to go out of the hub is to take an elevator, and you can't because you're just falling from the floor and it's game over. The only way to change that is to have a character reset so that you can set your starting location at a different place, and obviously nobody wants to do that. Now I can see the bug fixes that they have fixed UGF and GreamX elevators, but you know what, I have a feeling that they are going to be broken again, because that's what's happening all the time, especially underground facilities, which are the bunker missions. How many times have you guys had a double elevator bug, which has been happening for me for years at this point? You know, you're so happy, you're so excited, you're gonna get some action, you go into that bunker, and then you try to press the button, it doesn't work, and you only realize that that's because two elevators have spawned and you just can't interact with the button. And I think that this is clearly showing a design flaw, and that design flaw being that CIG are relying on a single pony trick to allow players to go on to their gameplay experience, and that is not how it should be happening, in my opinion. I think that because of these issues, and don't get me wrong guys, I for one love elevators. I love the fact that this game has elevators that are working, that takes us from one place to another physically, that we can see people going up and down in elevators at underground facilities, or at GreamX, or eventually at Levski when we'll get back to Levski. This is awesome, but obviously it comes with its own challenges due to the very nature of Star Citizen, which is extremely complex, and this is why I hope that in the future CIG developers are going to be coming up with alternative solutions for players to go from one place to another without necessarily having to go through elevators. And I think that maybe staircases or ladders should be a good alternative. This is something that we've seen in some ships when CIG have started to put elevators in ships, which is very cool, but when elevators are not working in ships, that you can't use their ships, and that's why they've been also adding ladders. And I hope that we are going to be seeing the same thing at either GreamX or the underground facilities or any other place, especially, for example, the hubs. Why don't we have staircases in hubs? It doesn't make any sense from a security perspective. I don't know any building in the world, in real life, that has an elevator and not a staircase, because if the elevators don't work, then people are just gonna die if there's like a fire, you know? So that's why I see that as a major flaw, and I hope, for example, that if the Montreal studios are watching this channel, they are taking notes, because I know that they are that they are currently working on the rework of Lorville. They're going to be working on new buildings. Please, guys, if you are watching this, si vous regardez cette vidéo, I'll do it in French because they speak French too. Si vous regardez cette vidéo, s'il vous plaît, mettez des escaliers dans les bâtiments. Please put staircases in the buildings. Now, the next design issue that we need to talk about, obviously, if we are going to have stairs instead of, but in addition to elevators, is that I've noticed that a lot of the floors that we're visiting are way too high or way too low. For example, take underground facilities. It takes forever, even with an elevator, to just go to our gameplay area in the bunker. And I think that, unfortunately, if we have ladders or stairs, well, it's going to take even longer. So perhaps we should find a way to have bunkers not being that deep in the ground, so that in case, you know, elevators don't work, we have an alternative solution. And the same goes with some other buildings in landing zones. For example, Area 18. I can see that Area 18 in the patch notes right now have a double elevator, which obviously prevent anyone from going to Center Mass at Area 18. Center Mass is the premier shopping location for ship weapons, for example, but you can also buy a couple of other guns there as well. Well, the problem with Center Mass is that it is located in the Arcop Tower in Area 18, and it is really high. So again, if we had some stairs or not even probably not a ladder because it's a commercial building, but if we had some stairs to go to Center Mass when the elevators are not working, it would again take forever, and it would not be fun, and it would not just be something that people would be interested in. So when we are creating new buildings, it's great to have nice vistas. It's great to have high rises where we can see through the window. That's wonderful, I get it, but at the same time, if we can't get there, or if it's just too cumbersome to go there because of right now the technology is not always reliable, then perhaps it's better to have floors that are maybe a little bit lower so that they can be accessible if one day elevators don't work and we have an alternative solution to get to those locations. So that is also something that I would like to see in future buildings in Star Citizen. But anyway, guys, that was what my talk here. Not really a rant, but I'm trying to bring some constructive criticisms here, so that hopefully in the future we can have maybe better designed buildings with not just, you know, one elevator that blocks all kinds of gameplay for people who want to be enjoying that particular location. But let me know in the comment section down below, guys, do you have any other solutions to go around, to work around elevators that don't work? How would you guys do it? Well, let me know in the comment section down below to get a chance to win a Legionnaire thanks to Dr. Forbid. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to be in for a chance of winning. Also, please join our Discord channel. It's now open to everyone, and we have another giveaway there. It's a Retaliator bomber with LDI. All you have to do is to join the video sharing contest, or be a Patreon or John Button member on YouTube as well. Guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been always a pleasure, and thank you so much to Dr. Forbin, Captain Steak, Geek Citizen, Eric, Owen, and the DJ. It's been the Eradicator, and I will see you guys later.